Hey y'all, so I kind of have a theory or a rewriting of history or something like that. I don't really know. And I might have heard this somewhere else, so if I have, I did. I don't know. But I've been thinking about this lately, and I was like, do you think that if Terri and Spinner had dated in season 1 of Degrassi The Next Generation, that the school shooting would have never happened? Because Spinner and Terri date, right? Because, Spinner was actually into Terri before he was ever into Paige. He was never really into Paige, but she kind of just trapped him. And so they would date for like 3 seasons. Terri would never leave the show. Rick would never be really reintroduced or introduced in general. Or maybe he would. I don't know. I don't know if the same plotline would happen in the shooting, but it wouldn't involve Terri. So I really don't know. Do you think it would have happened? Because for me, I'm like, if Terri and Spinner dated in season 1 and season 2 and probably season 3, then she would have never gotten with Rick, and maybe Rick would have never showed up, and then the shooting would have never happened. So that would have put a lot of different people's whole entire storylines into a different way, right? So like Jimmy, he would never have ended up in the wheelchair and probably would have been the basketball star that we know him as from the first 2 or 3 seasons, right? Emma would have never went down her road, though she might have, because I don't know. I think her and her eating disorder had something to do with the shooting and her having PTSD, but I also think there was a lot of other things going on in her life at the time, so I don't really know. And yeah, just so many different characters. Sean's character would have been different. So many different characters. So I just wanted to know what you guys think about this situation. Do you think if Terri and Spinner had dated, that the shooting never would have happened and a lot of different people's storylines would have been different? Like Sean would have stayed at Degrassi and not went back to Wasaga Beach? Or, what would have happened? Because a lot of things happened around the shooting and because of Terri and Rick. And I think that if Paige never stole Spinner from Terri, that we may have never had the shooting. And I'm not indirectly saying that the shooting is Paige's fault, because that's stupid. But I am saying that if she had just left well enough alone and hadn't gotten Terri drunk in season 1, and Terri was able to actually be with Spinner, who actually liked her, maybe things could have ended a little differently. I'm just saying. But what do you guys think? Do you think this is something that could have happened? I don't know.